What's up, group? Um, Today I'm gonna go ahead and somebody asked me to help them, so I'm gonna do a live French staple. Try to anyway, and I'm gonna go step by step with it and show you how I do it. I prep differently than a lot of people. I do two individual frames instead of the loop. It works for me. I'm about to show y'all. So I'm blind as a bat. So I use these off Amazon. They work great. I got the rechargeable kind. You don't have to replace the batteries, but I never use the light because you can see I have a lot of light. You gotta have a lot of light when you build. It helps. You know what I'm saying? You gotta see what you're doing, right? So let's get this party started, man, and see where I go with this. You know. Alright, well, I'm gonna be using kidney puncher with .3 ribbon, but I use this most of the time. This company, Coil Society, you always get extra ribbon most of the time, 500 feet spool. But yeah, man, let's get started, bro. I have me a roller across. I usually measure out to 20 inches to have a little bit of extra to play with, you know. And I'll fold it in half to make 10 inches. Probably don't need to, but that's what I do. I'm just used to it. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna measure it out. I don't fuck up too much on live or video. This is a one take, of course, y'all know this. So I'm gonna do 6 ply, which is gonna be 3 pieces folded, and it's got me some good scissors from Mr. Dwayne Rambo. Recommended them. That's one, and they work great. Trust me. Get my second piece. I hope everybody's doing good, man. That fucking drama shit, but shut up, Johnny. Don't bring it up again. Cut my second piece. It comes off straight. Y'all gonna see. This is my third and final piece right here. It's so straight, man. Just like Coil Society. Coil Society is straight as smooth as butter. And I like them because you get, like, say you order a 500 feet spool, right? Of ribbon, you get more. I wish kidney puncher would do that option, or even 1,000 feet, but I don't think it'll ever come to the day anybody does 1,000 feet of fucking ribbon. Probably wouldn't work too well. I don't know. Well, anyway, that's what I'm gonna do now. Pick my ribbon up in the middle. Get it all flat, nice together. Where it lays flat with each other. I have one of these tools that when I'm not making, it's basically you get these from like a hair salon place or something. It's a water squonk. So whenever I make them for somebody, any ribbon work, I use it. Watch how straight this shit is. So I'm gonna probably make these for somebody. So I'm using it. When I'm doing for myself, I just lick my fingers, man. But like that, you know. But then I got me some 40 gauge wire that I'm gonna secure it to the loop. I do about 10 times. It works for me. Sometimes I don't even count. But this is the end that needs to be secured. I get my badass scissors. Sipping on some scissors. Sipping on some scissors. Go down it again. I'll go on the other end. You do just like you do round wire. It's gotta be straight. I mean, it's gotta be even. Have you a trash can next to you, bro, in the building. And what I do, go back down it again. Use my water squonk. I have my ribbon stack now. Straight, straight, straight. So I'll set that to the side. .28 gauge frames, I use kidney puncher. I'm good with spools with that. So I'll measure out, remember I do 2 individual frames. It works for me. There's no wrong way to do something, bro, as long as you get it done. So, and I now, thanks to Nick Devine and really Dwayne Rambo, he said, with these, GG, you ain't gonna need, you can cut 24 gauge with your scissors, dude. I haven't cut 24 yet. I haven't tried, but be a good test, I guess. He would know because the dude's been building for like 6-7 years, I think, and he learned from the best, Richie Oliver, and he was on the Resistance crew. Doesn't get any better than that. Well, anyway, now I'm gonna pick up my ribbon stack, right? Well, no, first I'm gonna make sure these frames are even with each other. Pick up one at a time. Said I was gonna pick up one at a time. Cut that little end off. That's even. Get my next piece even. So now I'm about to put together the frame staple now. Get one piece. Like I said, I do 2 individual frames. It works for me. Get it together, lined up. Get your other individual frame, right? And I was actually researching back a while back. This is actually how they started off doing, you know, frame staples. You gotta take your time, bro. See, sometimes if I mess up, like I'm doing now, put down your frames, lick it again because it's coming part. Get your frames. So line it up to the side. No big deal. Get your other one. Line it up to the side. Make sure that they are definitely together. Like I said, this is not a loop, but it works. Kevin Freeman was the one that told me about this method, bro. So you got it together. Get you some more 40 gauge, right? Tie it. Very important. Tie it together. What you're doing is you're tying the frames together to the ribbon stack. That's what you're doing right here. Cut it off. Cut your excess off. Now, what you do? Get you some nylon pliers, right? Make sure it's all together. Don't smash too hard now. Now that's done. Now, this is where hot glue is very important. I got a blowtorch. I also use a lighter sometimes. Well, actually, I use a lighter a lot of times. But I'm going to show you what to do. Go over the loop a little bit with your frames. You can never use enough glue, dude. Just make sure it's together. Sometimes you want to do the front and the, well, you want to do the front and the back, especially with this method because it's no loop. And when you pull back on tension, I've had it happen a bunch of times. Frames come out. Or yeah. So also now, since that is done, get you some more. Fuck that one. Now you tie it to, just secure it to the end. About 6-7 times is good enough. Or, like I said, do what you're comfortable with, man. I use my scissors again. Go, make sure it's lined up good. Cut that little excess off. Make sure it's lined up good, man. See it? Do some more 40 gauge, and this is just to keep the ribbon from coming undone. Do it about 6 times. Do it tight, but not too tight where the ribbon's gonna fuck up. Cut the excess off. Go back down again. Do one more. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 should be good enough, dude. Cut it off one more time. Go back down it. You're almost done with your prep. Make sure the frames are lined up good with the and before somebody says something, because I know it's gonna come. Well, I don't use that much ribbon. Well, congratulations. I don't use that much 40 gauge. Well, congratulations. You want a cookie? You know what I'm saying? Almost done now. Now, you can see it's all together. This is just to get the prep started. I'm gonna show y'all. Now, one more piece of 40 gauge. Guys, sometimes it's tough. See? But you notice I'm not rushing, right? I even got a piece. One, two. I just do 3 or 4, 5 right now. And then what I'll do is I'll bring my swivel over here, lock it in place. Or let me see, I might be able to do this. Yeah. Lock your swivel in place. Clamp it down, whatever you do. This is to make sure it goes all the way down. And I'll cut that off. And get you some more glue, because you're gonna glue the leftover, not leftover, yeah, the frames is longer, you're gonna glue where the ribbon and the frames connect. So what I'm gonna do here, this is the end where you gotta make sure you get your glue on, bro. Some people don't glue the swivel end, I do. But some don't. Now what you do, let it dry for a second. If I had a vape thing, I would, but cut your individual cores. They're not even. Well, I mean, they're not even, but cut them off. Now I'm bringing down my what I use, my lathe. I also have a Fordham, but I haven't used it in a while. But I'm gonna start breaking it out for frailings. Put it in your chuck ends. You're gonna have individual frames, like I said. So this is floating the ribbon, which a lot of people tell me they don't like to do, and I'm gonna tell you, well, make sure it's tight. I'm gonna tell you why. It's called floating the ribbon because the ribbon is not in the chuck, and it's, yeah. So you make sure that son of a bitch is fucking tight. Tight as a baby's ass. And if you got a tensioner, if you do, it helps. But what I'm gonna do is, you see all this excess, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off. Well, I'm gonna wrap one more because this is my slider, I guess you could say. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap one more time. And yeah, make sure it's even, bro. And make sure it's tight. Because if it's not tight, you gotta have tension with ribbon, bro. And you just go over it, make sure it's even, you eye it. You know? Maybe I went a little bit overboard with the ribbon prepping, but it worked. Whatever works, man. So now what I do is I'll grab some 40 gauge. Let's see if I have any left over here. Get you some 40 gauge. Turn on your drill or your whatever you use and make sure the speed is right, bro. And you just get your 40 gauge. But you can put it through the frames. And you just secure it in there. Go with it a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit of time. And then you basically you just start fusing, man. But with frame staples, you can't go too fast, but you can't go too slow either. Get that speed. Because you gotta go at a little bit of a speed, bro. With frame staples. Because they could be, the ribbon can buckle, you know what I mean? And you see I'm not moving my fuse hand. And I also prefer 40 gauge, bro, because from what I experienced, if you use 38 gauge, the frame staples will be rounder, which can be harder to wrap. But I just like 40 gauge, bro. You know? Like I say, you don't have to go fast. Look, I can even hand turn it. I can go slow, but I'm still trying to get my speed with this lathe because I don't have a voltage reader on my PWM, so I gotta pretty much, when I'm find my speed, I gotta go with it, bro. But you just, and what I do to keep them tight, I keep my fuse, the spool end a little bit closer to the chuck, so you can get them tight. And you just take your time, don't rush. You know, make sure that your prep is very important, because with frame staple, if you're fusing and the ribbon buckles, it's going to be a bitch to wrap, and it's not going to look tight. So, yeah, just take your time, bro. And like I say, you don't want to go super fast, but you don't want to go super slow, because the ribbon will buckle. They call cores collapsing, like when people do aliens and shit, that is collapsing. Well, ribbon can, people say, oh, ribbon can't collapse. You're right, but the motherfucker can twist or buckle. So you want to go at a good speed, bro. You know, I could probably go faster, but I'm just trying to do a frame staple video. A little nervous, but it is what it is. I'm gonna start doing more of these, but Just keep your fuse hand. You know, I'm not. You see, I'm not moving it. You know. I mean, they're gonna have times where you're gonna have to move it and shit. But till then, don't worry about it. But you see where the ribbon, I mean the 40 gauge sliders come into play? You see that, right? Yeah, y'all see it. I probably look retarded with these glasses, but I'm not trying to win a beauty contest, people. Make sure your frame staple is, like I said, I use 40 gauge, bro, because to me, it's the best. It might not, you might have to clean if you use 38 gauge, you might have to clean your coils more, and it might last a little bit longer. But I recommend every time you re-wick, which a lot of people, unless you change juice. Some people re-wick once a week. But unless you're changing your juice, you know, you put fresh cotton in there. Don't, what's the word I'm looking for? Just take a toothbrush, man. You know, run it under some faucet water. Doesn't have to be hot. I don't do mine hot, actually. And run it under the water. Get you a toothbrush, but don't get one of them hard brittle brushes. Get you a soft brittle brush, and just get you some soap and put it on the toothbrush and just. But I've known people tell me, oh man, I use some stainless steel brushes that they've seen in the past people use. Don't use those. It will fuck your coils up. Because I had a pair. Don't use them wire brushes, man. Get you a cheap ass toothbrush, soft brittle toothbrush. Just making sure my frame staple's straight. Looking pretty good here. I'm almost done. These things took me a while to do because the prep wasn't right, and I'm not only going to do these for y'all, but I'm going to wrap them also, because these things can be a bitch to wrap. But I'm going to show y'all what I've seen from Dwayne, and a little tool that he recommended me get, and I got. Well, let me cut off my stick here. Take my swivel end off. That was the ribbon and the frames connected. Trash that son of a bitch. Take my frame staple stick out of the baddest chuck adapter I've ever used in my life, by Arm Customs, Mr. William Daddis. That dude is a genius. He is a perfectionist, and he knows his shit. The dude went to college for this shit, bro. You won't get any junk from him. But there again, I'm getting off topic again. So let me shut up. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to measure. I'm going to cut off the thing here. And that is my frame staple stick. Let's see if I can adjust this light here and put it for you. frame staple stick. So now what I'm gonna do, you want 4 inches of coil. Well, I got exactly 8 inches, so I'm gonna cut them. You got 2 individual coils, okay? 2 individual coils right here. And here's where the magic happens. Get these from Home Depot. It's like a vise, basically. Don't do, this is where I was fucking up with my frame staples. For a while, I was wrapping them with nylon pliers. No, don't do it. You have to hold tension with your frame staples when you're wrapping them, because they're gonna want to spring back. And then you looking at all that time doing your shit, fucking them up. Now this is also what I do for my coils too sometimes. Well, I do them. I got me a little stainless steel block and a little cheap ass roller from Amazon, about $5. You go over it, flatten it. I think you get better flavor from flattened coils. You get more surface area, but I like it, you know. I actually do a lot of my coils this way. Y'all just don't know it. Well, I guess now y'all do, right? Especially for my 5, 6 core aliens. But anyway, this is where the magic happens. You get your little, I got 3mm bit. Take your stick, put it in this badass little vise. Alright, get your coil jig, right? Do not use pliers, nylon pliers, people. It will fuck your shit up. You gotta get a good ass fucking grip. Big ass hands, you see these hands, right? If you got big ass, you gotta get a grip. And you gotta start wrapping. Go slow, but you gotta go to an angle at first. Keep that tension, man. You see I'm not letting off my tension, right? Keep that tension. Do not move this fucking hand, or they're gonna spring back and your coil is fucked up. It's over with. It's retiring. It's gonna start eating at Piccadilly and playing bingo on Tuesday fucking nights because this shit's done. Now, this is what I do to get my legs straight. I've never had anybody tell me the legs was fucked up. I'll put it at the very, very, very inside of the coil. I saw Nick Devine do this. It works for me too. Bam. Cut off. Make sure the legs are even. Check it out, people. That's one coil. One frame staple. It's fucking light. I need more light in here, dude. I don't know how to fucking do this because I want to start making more videos. Get over here, you little bitch. That didn't really help, did it? No. But let me go ahead and wrap the other one to show y'all. Remember, I flattened them. Got this from Home Depot. What it is like pliers, but they like a vise. It just locks. Don't lock it when you're wrapping coils though. You don't, cause you can, but you don't need to, bro. Take your vise again. Get you a good fucking grip, cause like I said, they're gonna want to spring back, and if you let go, you're fucked. Keep in tension. You got to start at an angle. Keeping that tension. You know, I'm not moving my wrapping hand, right? Keeping that tension. Keep that tension. Do not let it up. Keeping that tension. Still keeping the tension. Now, I'm done. Undo the vise. Get my pliers to make my legs straight again. Get my man, I'm only doing that to show how even the coils are. Because the legs are going to be perfectly even. And I'm not going to put them in the RDA because this was just for the demonstration purposes. I don't know if you can see it or not, but frame staples. I will show pictures. Let's see. Frame staples, man. But it's pretty much it. Just you know, take your time. You need good ribbon. Don't use that cheap ass shit. That if you have to tug on your ribbon, I mean, some ribbons you're gonna have to give it like one little tug. You can work with that, but Coil Society and Kidney Puncher are the best ribbons, hands down. Wire Optimum, it's not bad. I made some, you know, the ones y'all saw last night. I posted the frame staples. I used this. It wasn't bad. I had to give it a little tug, but the best ribbon, hands down, these two companies, without a doubt. But for more of your money's worth, Coil Society. They always he gives you extras most of the time. Like a few times I ordered like some N80 ribbon and he gave me like 650 feet, no shit. And he gives you extra on your higher gauge wire, like your 36 and up. But sorry for the long fucking video. I hope it helps, man. It's perhaps a little longer because I was running my mouth too, but I'm probably gonna do some fairlanes with my forum, and I might do a video with that. Or if y'all want me to use the drill, I can do that too. But y'all have a good weekend, man, and my DM's always open. I will talk to anybody, y'all know that. Most of y'all hit me up, so yeah, just hit me up, man. Peace.